Bit of an early start for me and Sam this morning. We're going up to the ancient ruins of Kaunos here above Dalian. So why don't you come along with us and we'll show you how to get there without doing it on an expensive tour. Right, we are going to find the little lady who crosses the boat in their own boat. Stop off for a little bit of breakfast. I'll leave you some lovely views of the river. Just watch this. There's nobody here. She's had a bit of a lie-in. So we can either spot turtles or we'll walk on to Galgore. There's somebody coming now just to row us across. This looks a bit better, doesn't it? I got in with all the grace of a gazelle. The lady's going to get in. Or maybe she's just going to push us. Oh, look at that. You sit there. So obviously a school trip out. No choice. So we're off.
Şeyler geçiyor iki erkek miydi? Karı koca mıydı?
No turtle.
Maybe later comes turtle.
Maybe later.
Yes.
It seems that the oars need to be a bit wider at the...
Yeah, I know, it's not the most efficient.
Yeah.
Kızlar gidiyor ama. Ne zaman?
Right, Sam's going to go for an omelette and we're going to see if what the minimum's like here.
Oh yeah, that sounds quite nice actually.
Very nice minimum, but I think Yana's place still takes it with theirs. But this is so relaxing before our hike up the hill. We've got some rowdy early morning river goers who are definitely not obeying the rules.
Section 4.
Having
Clear breach.
having far too much fun. Chanting.
Yobs, I would describe it as.
Well, let's hope the Jardama are waiting for them in port. Oh, brilliant. There's a scene just feeding the... See, these are known as goats because their ears hang and not sheep. And the tails, yeah. So across there, takes you up. That's where we're going to go. What a lovely place to put your water bottle. If you did that, you're an arsehole. Tells us we're going the right direction. Well out of breath because that's quite a hike up. Great place for breakfast. It's just like another kilometre on. So come on, sir. So we trek up, it's a very dry, sunny day, excuse my breathlessness. That's it, upside down. Looks like it is now. Brilliant. So, Kaunos. All the important stuff this way. Well, let's have a little look, see those city walls. And I think we'll come over this side. They decided they've had enough living here and they abandoned it. And they believe from scriptures that they couldn't handle the mosquito. Malaria was rife and they quit the area. But this was the most important trading town. This was the Istanbul of Lycia 3,600 years ago. So we're going to stick our heads in. Oh, that's remaining there. I'd call them back. So you can come and fix that.
Half a job.
So, unfortunately, you go with a guided tour. Obviously, you're going to get all the inside information. I don't know how relevant that is to you. So if you actually look at the construction of the wall, they've used lovely cut stone on the outside, but inside it's just rubble to give it the depth of the wall. Now we're going to have a bit of fun here. We reckon this is the doctor's waiting room. That must have been some waiting room. But what was it? What did they find? How beautifully carved the seating is. You know, you don't get garden furniture like that today, do you? This is the temple on the hill. It was the highest part of the city. Obviously in rack and ruins now. You can only imagine what it must have looked like before trees started growing in and out of it. I wonder what that was used for, to actually be fixed into the wall. They're obviously windows, weren't they? And clay bricks made, they obviously made the bricks. Yeah, Byzantine church, possibly from the 6th century. So I know we get a lot of rumours saying it's like 3,000, 4,000 years old, but this actual layout was from the 2nd century BC. So a couple of hundred years before Christ. There, you can actually, that would have been the Roman baths, and behind that is the reservoir that would have fed the city. So that's that obviously led somewhere away. This is what we're looking at here. This is another dome church, the dome church they've called this, which again would have been in the 6th century. So why they would have had two churches next to each other is the same reason you have two pubs next to each other. So what would have been the nave? Right, these look like Christian crosses that have toppled. The nave, that was clearly, that would have been, and that would have been the main altar. You can really, and obviously this would have been the congregation.
Yeah, absolutely.
All day long. Yeah, that would have been the nave, or like a pulpit sort of thing.
The priest.
And off they would go to the chambers to the left, possibly to the right. That might have been like a well of holy water. And all these blocks, how they moved the blocks. How did they position them? This almost looks like a coral. Obviously they were skilled in it, and I don't believe in aliens and all that sort of thing comes down to help them. They've clearly done this on their own with winches and lifts and hoists.
Technology.
But to carve the...
Mathematics.
Yeah, mathematics would have played a big part in all this. Like humans could actually do this. And look at us today, throwing up a pane of glass and a bit of steel. Sam, that was brilliant. Do it again. So I'm just displaying how you would put water on your face. So we just noticed some stake holes which would have clearly been a gate of some sort, which would have been wedged in here, and that would have been the holding the main door in. But as you came out, that view, ignore the house in the distance, but that view would not have changed. Well, we're having great fun here guessing what was what, and we think here this would have been the priest's residence, and that would have been the basement area. And his living quarters.
An observation platform. And this impressive structure with 3 steps made of local marble. It was built in the 2nd century BC. What makes the structure special is its geometric network on the uppermost step. This is 13.75 meters diameter circular incision is divided into 16 equal sectors by 22.5 degrees apart radial lines.
That would have been your maths. Can you imagine? There wouldn't have even been a millimetre output, so it meant they must have got the best stonemasons in the area down here to build this. Couldn't have been any old rock knocker, as they called them back in those days.
Its function should be linked to astronomical observation and scientific measurement.
So yeah, a bit of stargazing went on here all those years ago. And it must have been super important because of the construction of the rocks. Right, so we're going to walk on to the main amphitheater. You can see the repair still. And I'll come with Sam into the curved steps, which have now disintegrated. So let's have a little read up. So basically we've got a Greek style amphitheater here with all the traditions of the Hellenic period. It would have held about 5,000 people, so it was a small little venue, and we are going to go up and see it from the top. What a view, man. Right, everyone, this was 9 sections, equal sections, 8 stairways. The stairways are 19 centimetres, but this is very comfortable to sit down on. And
you know why they planted trees.
Yeah, that definitely would have blocked the viewing.
Yeah, true to see.
You know, but who knows at the time? Could have added a bit of flair. And look, you got the upper tier there, the cheap seats. We're just looking at the detail of the stone as it's curved in to allow your feet to go inside, so you don't hit the person sitting in front of you, giving you enough space. And of course, this would have had wooden slats across here for you to sit on, and possibly cushions as well to sit on. Supported the wooden structure. Goes back quite a way. Sam's just nipping to the toilets. Oh wow, that would have been like original.
Well, yeah, you can see.
Yeah, they've just rebuilt it.
Yeah, this would have been exactly like that.
Exactly like that. A little bit of repair work here, which I'm absolutely fine with, because the original would have everything would have just crumbled with the next earthquake. And they've slotted these in to bring it to its shape. Obviously this here would have possibly been a road going up to the top, so the crowds would have come down this road here. So I'll just show you that there. The crowds coming down, and you can see working to their houses, which we'll go and visit next.
They've uncovered 0.1% of it.
Really? Just talking here, clearly this is the residential area down here. Would you rate this up there with the Aztec ruins that you've seen?
No.
No?
No, to be honest with you.
This is much better, is it?
No.
So to the background of the donkey's brain, we've walked some considerable way around, and this is the temple, the terrace temple. You can imagine there would have been shops. We were told there was roughly around 3,000 people 2,200 years ago, so it was quite a sizable crowd. So this is the what we now call the hot lake, or the secret lake, which was once connected to the sea and was silted up by the time of the Byzantine. So I am now standing on the harbour, which really gave Kaunos its name for trading, and the boats would have been moored up here. And believe it or not, I was just listening to a guide, they said they did not have to pay any tax if they stayed for 45 days moored here. But with the silting up of the estuary, obviously it was the demise then of the city, and along with the mosquitoes, some 1400 years ago it was abandoned. But this would have been a hive of activity of unlading all the goods from around the world back in those days. And these buildings here we see would have been the port houses and also the temples. To our right would have been the residential area with all the hut houses. So let's have a little walk up. We see some restoration work going on. They've rebuilt the support and pillars and rebuilt the top half, and it's work in progress to complete the roof. And I think that's a brilliant idea. I really do. Don't let it go to completely waste and future generations not see this. So that's the reconstruction fountain building. Tremendous. So we have the inscriptions, which is in Greek. My doggy! Hello! Hello, are you thirsty? See you later. Come on, you walk with us. We're being guided back to the rowing boat by our doggy. You might have remembered him from the previous episode. Driving these dogs nuts. He don't care. He's got the freedom to roam. All good. Right, hello. Onwards. You do cooking? Yeah, you cooking? Ah, lovely. Thank you. Come on. You telling them you've been down here? Good boy. Right, look at this baby clothes. Here, homemade baby clothes. Fabulous. Just look at that there. We're right underneath it now. Oh, our dog is not following us no more. Stop there. I think he's getting a drink of water. So, let's go back to the riverboat. Oh, bless her. Here's our lift back. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Taking you around Kaunos. And it's a goodbye from me.
And it's an hasta luego from me.